Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a few days. It's good to see y'all again. It's Maddie and Main Street Fire Rescue. We're going to put this vlog in service this morning. Got a topic of discussion for you today, and it's going to be on this thing right here. Yes. So obviously, if you haven't seen yet, GENIE Plus is going to be changing and turning into lightning lane. Okay, so it's basically a change of wording is what it seems like. Oh, before I go on, I don't know if you can see it right here. Got the tail end of this thing, but we do have a microphone now. Not quite hooked up yet. Still trying to figure this out, but I promise you, once I get this sucker connected, it's going to be a big difference. I want to use a different camera when I film with the mic because, one, it's not compatible with the G7X Mark II, which that part sucks. When they made this camera, like, I swear they were this close to making an absolute perfect camera. They just left out some stupid shit, you know, where you could connect external mics and all that. And if anybody knows how to do that on a workaround, please let me know. But I'm struggling. But I also have the GoPro Hero 11 that we can connect this to, and then connect it to the laptop and all that. We'll get it going. But I promise you, once this sucker gets going, it'll be a big difference as far as how this sounds. Because as we're growing, you know, I want to get better. I just don't want to keep doing the same old crap day in and day out, you know, without trying new things and investing new things into this channel. It is a growing project. So again, thank you all for your subscriptions and just going along on this ride. This has been fun. It really has been. There's a lot to learn. I'm still learning. The YouTube algorithm gets the angry fist most of the time because it's just like you sit down and you put a lot of work into a video and you're like, this has got to do well. I know it's going to do well. 20 people watch it. Like, damn it. But hey, it's all about learning. And again, I'm doing this for fun. I really am. This is, you know, even if we rock it up to 400,000 subscribers or 500,000, I'll still do my regular job because I truly enjoy it. I really do. I love what I do for a living. I could never stop doing it. So there's that. But anyway, back to the new lightning lane. So Disney, a little while ago, released news that they're going to change around GENIE Plus. And also, again, quick side note before I go any further. One, we got some good Firehouse coffee this morning. No, that's not the actual name of it, but it's early in the morning, and this was one of my favorite things to do at the fire station. You know, is get up earlier. Either that or we get back from a call at like 4:30, 4:45. Well, when shift ends at 7, you're not going back to bed. So we'd always brew up a big pot of coffee and sit on the front bumper of the engine and just shoot the shit until it was time to either A, we got another call, or B, it was time to pack up and head home for the morning. So just something I always like to do first thing in the morning. But also, I've been keeping an eye. I've been watching what people have been saying about this lightning lane, and it's kind of all over the place, you know. For the most part, it seems well received, but as usual, you know, I'm not really one that goes with the crowd a lot. I just like to have my own opinions. Now, if what I think lines up with what everybody else thinks, yeah, so be it. But a lot of times my thoughts kind of differ on things, which is good because I think people need to see this from all angles and not just what the pixie dusters have to say about it, you know, because they're in a world of their own, man. Honestly, as I've said in my other videos, these pixie dusters, as they call them, I think they're the ones that impede progress the most because, like I said, Disney can just do no wrong, man. It sucks. But Disney also has it set up to where if you're on their media list and you say one thing that's out of line, and when I mean out of line, like, you know, you say something negative about a ride, even if it's correct, negative about a ride, food, hotel, whatever it may be, even if it is on point, you're done. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. And to me, that kind of sucks because that gives people the wrong impression. So that's what led to my forming of this channel is, you know, Main Street Fire and Rescue, and we made changes in the name moving forward, you know, as things evolve. But basically, I'm here to rescue you from all the regular other channels. So, and not that they're bad, everybody has their own creativity, but I just want to try something different. But anyway, back to this lightning lane thing. What's happening now is GENIE Plus is being replaced, okay? And GENIE Plus has never been very popular with the masses, if you will. I mean, it was okay when it started, but the idea of going from a paid or from a free service to now a paid service didn't go over too well. And we all knew it was going to happen, you know, because after the parks reopened, they didn't allow for fast passing because somehow or other, you know, if you're not feeling well, that knows if you're going through a fast pass or a standby. Like, it just, like the farther we get away from all that, the level of insanity just keeps getting worse and worse. And I honestly, you know, I truly believe that had all that in 2020 never happened, this stuff probably wouldn't have happened either. Because honestly, trying to go from Fast Pass Plus, which was free, had been free for several years, to go from that to a paid service, which is significantly worse, you know, I don't think that would have happened. I think people would have stormed the castle like in The Simpsons in Springfield with the pitchforks, torches, and that. I think they would have had a real hard time doing that. But hey, close the parks down for 4.5 months, reopen everything, tell everybody you can't have Fast Pass because of whatever reason. And then, oh, by the way, we're going to bring it back, but we're going to charge you for it. And because of the demand was so high, people were like, screw it, I'm glad it's back, I'll pay whatever. And it started at $15 across the board. And then really quick, it went from 15, and it went to 20, then it went to 25, and then it went to, you could select either multiple parks or individual parks, and then the price shot up from there. And then we went to then we got individual lighting lanes, and basically the price kept going up and up and up to where it settled in on some of the busier days at $40 per person. I'm sorry, $39. It's $40 after taxes. So now they're changing it because GENIE Plus, it was a shitty system. I don't care what people say about it. It sucked. You could only make one reservation at a time. You had to wait 2 hours in between reservations. You had to, what else? If you made one, what confused a lot of people is if you could start booking your one ride at 7 a.m. and then of course obviously that says in the rules you have to wait 2 hours. Well, people are like, it's 9 a.m. I can't book another one. And they don't realize, and it was hard to understand, but it was 2 hours from park opening. So if you made one right at 7 a.m., then you had a 4-hour window before you could make your next one. And on busy days, there's not much left after that. I mean, there's just not. So the only other difference to that is if, let's say, you booked a lightning lane at 7 a.m., you got on right at 9 a.m. when the park opened. Once you scanned in, then you could make another one. But if you had to wait the 2 hours, like I said, on busy days, you're not getting much. And what's really ridiculous is when you have a service that you pay, you know, almost $40 for on busy days, it tells you that you might get to, you know, move quicker through the lines on 2 or 3 attractions. I mean, that's pretty much a crap product in my opinion. And also, you know, it's like Vegas. It's like I said on my GENIE Plus video that I did a couple weeks ago, where it's the biggest mind hack in history. Yeah, and it is, because it's designed to create a few winners and a whole lot of losers. And I don't mean losers as in like these people are losers for using it, but it's like they lose out. People lose out. Like, it's designed to separate people from their money. But the ones that get what they want, they think they're the all-knowing guru now, and that they go on social media, they're like, oh, you all are doing it wrong. It's like everybody ever seen Backdraft, where Steven kept telling his brother that when he was putting his fire coat on, you're doing it wrong. And that's what it reminds me of, is people are like, you're doing it wrong. And like, no, you're not. You're just not. There's the haves and the have-nots, and unfortunately, there's a lot of have-nots, but the haves are the ones that go out on social media and tell everybody how great of a service it is. But what they don't realize is that was just a perfect day where the odds lined up for them, just like in Vegas. You could have somebody sit at a slot machine all day, put in $1,000 and make 50, and then next person comes by, throws a $10 bill in and hits a $20,000 jackpot, and then they walk away going, you all are doing this wrong, you know. So it's just it's literally about the odds. Now, will Lightning Lane change this? Who knows? But we're going to talk about it a little bit, and I'm going to kind of go over kind of what it does and what it is. Basically, it's kind of like reintroducing FastPass Plus. It's very similar. There's some confusing language in here. Also, there was some talk about when you can pre-book. So to start off with, you can, if you're staying on resort property, you can book 7 days out. If you're just a regular ticket holder, or us annual pass holders, apparently it's 3 days out. The word on the street is that anybody that's coming from other countries won't be able to start making their selections until they're in the United States. Or if I'm understanding that correctly, like in the U.S. Correct me if I'm wrong if they've changed this. I've heard that they were trying to, because Disney caught a lot of backlash for this, because a lot of people that visit here are international, and for them that would completely hose these people over. But I haven't heard a whole lot yet. So let's say somebody was coming from Europe and, you know, they wanted to book some Lightning Lanes and they were staying at a resort. Well, if they're still at home at the 7-day mark, they can't make any pre-selections until they get to the US. So basically, if they land on the first day of their vacation, then they can start booking Lightning Lanes, and that just that don't seem right. It had something to do with the way the internet lines up with other countries or whatever. So I'm not sure if that's going to change or has changed. I haven't seen anything yet. I've heard they're working on it, because again, people were pissed. You know, they're like, most of your people are international customers, so what are you doing? And I can actually back that up as far as the internationals. Like, if you just spend a day, most of the time walking around the theme parks, listen to all the accents, like a lot of UK, a lot of, like, honestly, I truly believe that if those people weren't coming right now, parks would be pretty empty. Because I'm telling you, here in the States, with the cost of everything, people are having a harder and harder time to go, and you know, it's getting more and more and more expensive. Inflation obviously isn't going away anytime soon. But I guess from people traveling over here, if you're from certain areas, it actually is cheaper to come here than to go to their own parks. So I asked somebody from the UK once, I said, why do you guys come over here so much? You guys got Disneyland Paris and all the rest of them. And I said, honestly, I said, nothing against Walt Disney World, but when you put it up against Disneyland Paris and some of these other ones, like, it's like, why? And they said, well, to come over here, it's so much cheaper than to go to our own park, because a lot of them live within a short distance. So I guess it's cheaper to come over here. But then, and they have special deals set up for them. But anyway, this whole Lightning Lane thing, I guess they're working it out. But as of right now, June 30th, 2024, they're still not sure if people from out of the country can make Lightning Lanes at the 7 or 3 day mark if they're not in the US yet. If that gets updated, I'll put an update video in. But anyway, let's talk about this thing real quick. So Disney introduces this thing as Lightning Lane. Plan ahead and save time in line. It says, with our new Lightning Lane passes, skip the standby line and join a shorter line for select attractions and experiences instead. Purchase a Lightning Lane multi-pass or a Lightning Lane single pass, or both. Or both is in bold. And enjoy more magic in every moment of your day. Yeah, because spending $235 on a park hopper isn't enough to get you all the magic you need. You need to do more. You need to do more. It's nuts. Basically, the new Lightning Lane multi-pass and Lightning Lane single pass can be purchased and used starting July 24th, 2024. Visiting, and it says visiting before July 24th, Disney GENIE Plus service and individual Lightning Lane may be available for your visit. So, those of you that are going to be here on, around, or after July 24th, my prayers are with you, because as we know, anything that Disney does it it's not good on these opening days, especially anything technological. I can guarantee you this service is going to fail. It's going to crash the system. There's going to be a lot of confusion. All I can say is just, you know, just go a little bit at a time, and especially at the 7-day mark, because so many people are going to try to do everything at 7 days and 3 days, and then obviously day of, it's going to put a real strain on the system. So you're just going to have to give it some time, and you know, it is what it is. Either that, or maybe it's not going to be that busy, because I've heard that July 4th and that isn't supposed to be that busy here. They've cut back a lot of entertainment. So either A, they're screwing people over and there's going to be a ton of people, or there isn't a lot of people at all and they're cutting way back. And maybe that's the reason for this lightning lane change, because they're trying to get people back. We'll talk about the cost of this in a second. So basically it says purchase lightning lane. What's new about this service? You can purchase lightning lane days in advance of your park visit for added confidence when you arrive. This is similar to FastPass Plus. FastPass Plus allowed you to, I believe if you were staying on property, you could reserve your rides and attractions up to 30 days. And then if you were a day ticket holder or an annual pass holder, I think it was 14. Because I remember when I was an annual pass holder, that was part of the annual passes. You had unlimited fast pass, which was incredible. And you could make pre-selections at a certain date. I think it was 2 weeks, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I remember being able to make selections ahead of time when I was still living in Charleston, going, oh, I'm going to be down in Disney at this time. Oh, that's available. Let's select that. But so they've shortened that down to 7 days and 3 days. The FastPass Plus, you could do similar. You could do 3 attractions starting all at once. And the idea was you wanted to get those done first thing in the morning, because then you could have the rest of your day to do 1 attraction at a time. And if you knew how to use that service, you could ride a ton of rides. In fact, that's what I used to do. I used to ride so many rides. I can remember one time, the other thing that was really cool about FastPass Plus is you could do the same ride over and over again as long as there was availability. I can remember one time Paige and I rode Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin like 8 times in a row, just because it kept coming up as available, and we just kept getting off, getting right back on, getting off, getting right back on. I mean, we had a great time with it. We kept walking past the same people and like, what is going on? But if you knew how to master FastPass Plus, you could have a phenomenal day in the parks. It was a great service. In fact, if Disney was smart, they'd just take FastPass Plus, the entire program, turn it back to FastPass Plus, put the signs back, and just, if you got to charge for it, fucking charge for it. Excuse my language, but like, why do all this? So, Lightning Lane Multipass. What it does is it allows you to enjoy multiple experiences when you purchase a multipass, which means for all the parks or multiple attractions. Here's the ruling on this. It says plan ahead of your visit, choose up to 3 multipass experiences and arrival windows in a theme park. Once you're in the park and enjoy your first multipass experience, you may be able to make an additional selection subject to availability. There it is. And then you'll also get digital downloads, photo perks of attraction photos and videos from your day captured with Disney Photo Pass service, plus access Photo Pass lenses and all that stuff. Lightning Lane Single Pass. These are the big attractions. This is like Tron Light Cycle Run, Rise of the Resistance, Avatar Flight of Passage, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. These are a one price for one attraction, kind of like how individual Lightning Lane is. And of course it says save time with a Lightning Lane Single Pass for one of our most in-demand attractions. Those not available with Lightning Lane Multi-Pass. You can purchase up to 2 of those per day, subject to availability. So let's say you really wanted to ride Avatar, Tron, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Rise of the Resistance. You can do 2, and you wanted to do it all in one day. 2 of those you can buy, but the other 2, you got to start trying to figure out how you're going to do the virtual queue. Now, the best way to do that would be do the standby line on Rise of the Resistance, because that one does have a standby, and do it at the end of the day, and then, buy Avatar and then say Guardians, and then do the virtual queue for Tron or something like that. Like you just, unfortunately you can't do them all. So you have to decide how you want to split that up. Now if you're staying multiple days, you know, then you can kind of pick and choose each day, but those big rides you're only going to be able to do 2. When you can purchase this, guests of Disney Resort hotels and other select hotels can purchase passes up to 7 days in advance of their stay, and other guests can purchase, meaning the plebs, can purchase passes up to 3 days in advance of their park visit. Let's see. So here's going to be the experiences. So similar to Fast Pass. So there was Fast Pass, Fast Pass Plus. So this is my video editor-in-chief. He came in to see how production was going on and offer any tips. And I looked in the back, I'm like, why is the door opening? And yeah, Maverick decided to come in and make sure that we're doing good work here. Come on, buddy. All right, anyway. So, similar to Fast Pass, Fast Pass Plus, you can choose 3 to start with, but of the Fast Pass, of the top tier attractions, you can do 1 and then 2 of the lower tier attractions. And that's done to prevent people from just filling their whole day or their whole list with all the big tier attractions and everybody getting shoved out. Again, it's very similar to Fast Pass Plus and Fast Pass. So, here we go. Multi-pass experiences. It says when purchase, by the way, does anybody else, like, you seriously got to have a freaking engineering degree for this. Why does it got to be so freaking hard? Honestly, like, I don't understand. And one of the other things, not going on a tangent, but listening to some of the other YouTubers out there, some of these videos are like 45, 50 minutes trying to explain this. I'm like, anything that needs that long? Gee, Manili, like, what kind of service is this? You know? So, when purchasing a Lightning Lane multipass for Magic Kingdom, you'll be prompted to choose up to 3 multipass experiences and arrival windows. So, the larger group rides are going to be Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Jungle Cruise, or Jingle Cruise in Christmas, Peter Pan's Flight, Space Mountain, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Now, you can choose 2 other experiences, or you can do all 3 from this group. This is the lower tier attractions. Barnstormer, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, Haunted Mansion, Small World, Matt Tea Party, Magic Carpets of Aladdin, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Mickey's PhilharMagic, don't need that. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, don't need that. Pirates of the Caribbean, Tomorrowland Speedway, Under the Sea Journey, Little Mermaid. The reason I said with those 2 don't need it is those are theater shows. Those seat thousands of people, okay? There's a very few times when anybody in the standby doesn't get in to see the shows on the, you know, that has to wait any time. Like, it's maybe like once or twice a year. To use a Lightning Lane or whatever for that is kind of a waste. So choose wisely, if you will. Now you can do a Lightning Lane single pass for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Tron Light Cycle Run. Those are the extras. Those are the pay to play. That's, you're going to pay extra money for that one experience. So let's say, and you can do 2 of those a day. So let's say you wanted to do both Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Tron Light Cycle Run. Well, most days, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is around $12 to $14, and Tron is around $20. So that puts you at $34 for just those 2 rides. $34 times 4, family of 4. You're getting expensive. You're getting into the, what, almost $100 now. So you're going to spend $100 some extra for 2 attractions. There is no price point yet on this Lightning Lane, but, big but, big but. If people don't think that this thing isn't going to go up in price because of this, they're fooling themselves. We've settled in at $39 right now for the top level of GENIE Plus on the most crowded days. My personal opinion is, when this thing gets going on July 24th, I think the introductory rate is going to be 39 and it's going to go up from there. Meaning, I think this is, with this in service now, which will be in service in a few weeks, we're going to see the $50 Fast Pass at Disney. That's what I think. Because people keep saying, "Oh, it's great, it's great." Yeah, okay, it's great, it's a better experience, but you don't think they're not going to charge you out the you know what for that? Give me a break. The one thing it doesn't say though is if you can re-ride these rides. I haven't seen anything with that yet. Like if they're available, if you can ride it again. I haven't seen that yet. So the list at Epcot is a little different. So basically you can choose one from this list. Frozen Ever After, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and Soarin'. And then you can choose two or all three from this group. This is kind of a joke, it really is. Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival, Journey into Imagination with Figment, Living with the Land, Mission Space, Seas with Nemo and Friends, Spaceship Earth, Turtle Talk with Crush. Anybody that's been to Disney World at any point in time knows you don't need a fast pass for any of those at all. Those are mostly walk-ons all throughout the day. But unfortunately, people that are coming for the first time aren't going to know that, and those are going to be the people spending money for this. When unfortunately you don't have to. So you're going to be able to pick from 3 attractions, basically: Frozen Ever After, Remy's, and Soarin'. Now, I think when Test Track reopens next year, I think Test Track will slide up into that list, and then Soarin' will move down to Group 2, because there's not a whole lot in Group 2 that's really worth using this thing for, other than maybe Mission Space. I could see it Living with the Land during Christmas time when they do the Christmas overlay, which is fantastic. So I could see them moving Soarin' down to give that a little bit more variety. The other one now is Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios is a whole... Like, I'm looking through this list and I'm like, come on, man. Really? You're going to charge people for this stuff? So, same with Studios. And so again, one attraction from this list: Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, Slinky Dog Dash. One of those. Now, your other 2 experiences, or all 3 from this group: Alien Swirling Saucers, or as we like to say, Ride That Ass; Beauty and the Beast live on stage; Disney Junior Play and Dance, for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration; Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, Muppet Vision 3D, Star Tours The Adventures Continue, Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, Toy Story Mania. The only 3 rides that I could see people using from that list are Alien Swirling Saucers, Tower of Terror, Toy Story Mania. All those other ones are shows, again, that seat thousands of people. They're huge theaters. You don't need a Lightning Lane pass to do that. And of course, Rise of the Resistance will be at an extra fee. And I forgot to mention Epcot. Same with Epcot, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, extra fee. Animal Kingdom will not have any Lightning Lane experiences because it doesn't have enough attractions. Or actually, hold on. So let me back that up. It doesn't have any Tier 1 experiences other than the extra pay, which will be Avatar Flight of Passage. So it'll have a whole bunch of Tier 2 attractions, which are Dinosaur, which that's going to be closing at some point, Expedition Everest, Feathered Friends in Flight, which is a show, Festival of Lion King, show, Finding Nemo, show, Tough to Be a Bug, show, Kali River Rapids, Kilimanjaro Safaris, Navi River Journey. So again, people are going to buy this thing for basically Dinosaur, Kali River, Kilimanjaro, and Navi River. So 4 rides. Oh, and Everest. So 5 rides, soon to be 4 once Dinosaur closes, and the rest of them. So, and as I said, Avatar Flight of Passage will be a extra. So again, you know, it just says, how much do Lightning Lane cost on the frequently asked questions? No answer yet. I'm telling you, they're going to wait to the very last minute because they know people are going to be pissed. I promise you they're going to start this at $39. You've heard it here. Let's see if I'm right or wrong on this. And also it says, people have asked, can you purchase Lightning Lane passes at the same day as a Lightning Lane single or single Lightning Lane? Yes, you can. You can do all that, but I'm telling you, it's going to cost a small fortune. And yes, standby lines are still an option. Can you use multi-pass and single pass on the same day? Yes. What else is going on here? Oh, this is a good question here. I'm planning to visit more than one theme park in the same day. How do I make lightning lane multi-pass selections from more than one park? Answer, daily double. When you purchase a lightning lane multi-pass for a theme park, you'll be prompted to choose up to 3 multi-pass experiences and arrival windows in the same park. So that's a big difference. I think FastPass allowed you to kind of mix things around. Like you could do one, if you wanted to do one at a time, you could do one attraction at one park and then hop over to another and then do another one and then another one, and then those were your 3, and then you could do one. This one, it sounds like you're going to have to make all 3 at the one park, and then you can hop over and start doing others. So it says, once you redeem a selection on the day of your park visit, you can use the My Disney Experience app to choose another multi-pass experience in any Walt Disney World theme park, subject to availability, as long as you have a valid ticket with a park hopper option or annual pass. The ability to visit another park is subject to park's capacity limitations, yada, yada, yada. So, again, it looks like you're going to have to use the 3 choices at your first park. Once you use those 3, then you can hop and do it, it looks like maybe one at a time. Or the other thing is you can hold up to 3 at the same time, 3. So meaning, let's say we start the day off with Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. What else could we throw in there? Let's say we start off Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, and the Winnie the Pooh ride. Once we ride the first one, Big Thunder, you can make another selection so you're still holding up to 3 rides or 3 attractions, if I'm understanding that correctly. Versus GENIE Plus, where you can only do one at a time, this one allows you to do multiples. Again, like FastPass Plus. So that's kind of it. Oh, and this. Let me read this. This is the disclaimer. Lightning Lane passes are non-refundable and non-transferable. Lightning Lane passes attractions experiences may vary by date, are subject to change or closure, are limited availability, are not guaranteed, and may not be available at all on the date of visit or at the time you make a selection. Price, terms, entitlements are subject to restrictions and change and cancellation without notice. Meaning this thing is going to have variable pricing, and if it's going to be a busy day, it's going to be like GENIE Plus where it will sell out. And unfortunately, when you have those days, it really sucks for the guests, because these people are going to spend a lot of money and not gonna be able to do a whole lot. And the problem with this model is people at 7 days are going to obviously book their first 3, and then the people at 3 days are going to book. The people that are arriving day of, this really makes it a little bit harder to do, like, say, an impromptu trip if you want to do attractions. Now, if attractions aren't your thing that day, you just want to show up and walk around like I like to, no big deal. But if you show up and be like, hey, let's show up and do some attractions today, and let's purchase this lightning lane, probably going to be a lot harder to get attractions day of, because you're going to have all the people on the resort property, which there's 30,000 rooms currently. So all those people are going to be competing for the big attractions at day 7, and then you're going to have the ticket holders competing for that stuff on day 3 before their visit. And all the rest, if you get their day of, well, you get what's left. Now the thing is are they going to keep, like, if you will, like containers of these things, like container of FastPass for the 7 days, container of FastPass for the, I keep calling it FastPass, but you know what I'm talking about. Container of fast passes for 3 days, and we're going to leave some left for day of. And then as people cancel, probably. The one thing I don't like is, though, some of these YouTubers are already going. There's one that always talks about playing the slots, the GENIE slots. I get what they're saying, but it's just, all it does is you have to be on your phone all the time while you're supposed to be enjoying a vacation. Again, for people that live here and just go and do this stuff, it's okay, because it's like, if we have a shitty experience or a bad day, we just go home like, hey, try again tomorrow, or maybe we'll come back later tonight, whatever. People that are here for 4, 5, 6, 7 days or whatever, you don't have that luxury. You've spent a lot of money, and you're trying to get as much in as possible. And now you're going to be on your phone all the time, just constantly scrolling, looking for an attraction. It really takes away from the ambiance of the park and looking at all the hidden details stuff. I like to point out, you can't see anything if you're walking around like this all day. And it does show, like I pointed that out during one of my vlogs. I said, you know, look at everybody staring at their phones. And it's true. And that is where, you know, while Universal's Express Pass is a whole lot more expensive, but it is just that. It is an Express Pass. And you get it if you stay at the Lowe's hotels. The three big ones, Royal Pacific, Hard Rock, and Portofino Bay. Now, I heard one of the shills from Disney saying, well, that's not that great a deal because those aren't great hotels, and it, you know, doesn't make the Express Pass worth it. And I thought, like we used to say in firefighting, you son of a bitch. That's not true, because for one, I'm sorry, Portofino Bay, Royal Pacific, and Hard Rock, put that up against like Disney's Grand Floridian and the Polynesian. It knocks them out of the park. Plus, you're getting a free unlimited Express Pass, meaning you can go on the same ride over and over and over if you want to, without having to schedule times or do anything. Like, that's part of the perk of staying there. And to sit there and go that that's not a good deal is just, to me, it's asinine, because that's a phenomenal deal to stay at a Universal hotel, to be able to go on any ride you want with your hotel key, which becomes your Express Pass. So I don't agree with that at all. But Universal's deal, while it is a little more expensive, it is really, really nice. And it's so much simpler. And also, this to stay at Universal's top quality hotels that get you that Express Pass, it's a fraction of what it is to stay at a Disney Deluxe. Like, a night at Portofino Bay can be like somewhere between $400 and $600, or even $700, while Grand Floridian and some of those are, you know, $800 up to over $1,000. And it's like night and day. So I don't like that comparison, because Universal's deal with the Unlimited Express for staying at those hotels is fantastic. But anyway, that's a little bit on the new Lightning Lane, single pass, multi-pass. As more information comes out, we'll talk about it, and we'll try to get some info out. But that's it for now. Are you excited about this? Are you going to be here coming up? Are you going to implement it? What do you think? Do you think the price is going to be expensive? Give me some messages in the comments. I'm curious to see what you all think. And again, thank you for watching. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate you all going on this ride with me. This is a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. It's a nice break from, you know, what I do in my regular job and my profession, to come get in front of the camera and just, you know, be funny and give some information out, and just do it in a relaxed, peaceful, relaxed state. Always be in a peaceful, relaxed state. There's no reason to be all drummed up all the time. And that's going to be one of my next vlogs, are these freaking people on social media. Facebook Disney World tips and tricks is like the worst, but it's all of these people freaking out about their trips and stressing out. Like, you're going on vacation to Disney World, and yet these people are in a panic. And it's all because of social media. They want to look good on social. It has nothing to do with their family's experience. It's all about them looking good. It's very selfish, very narcissistic, in my opinion. But these people are freaking out over that, and we're going to have a vlog very shortly in the near future talking about that and how that's got to change. And if you're one of those people, don't do that. It's not necessary. You're going on vacation. Have a good time. End of story. So I'll see you all again very soon. Got a lot of projects planned in the next few days. So again, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all again very soon. Main Street Fire Rescue is out of service, and today, this morning's vlog has been the truth. It's been actual, and I hope for everybody out there it's been mighty satisfactual. We'll see everybody.